I've talked a lot about doing and the physical action of doing as opposed to doing within your imagination. And I want to try to get this across as strong as I possibly can because this is what I have been doing. Now, we've all heard the word that says, be doers of the word, not just hearers. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean go and physically go and take a whole bunch of action? Physical action? No. It means pay attention to what you're thinking and the stories you're telling because they're likely nothing more than a regurgitation of what you're looking at out there. And a lot of times there's, oh no, part of the story. Oh crap, I wish that hadn't happened. And then you start thinking of, oh, what happens after that in the worst case scenario? And that is not going to create anything that you're going to want, I don't think. And so let's get back to imagination and action and doing because this is vitally important. I've really just recently, solved one of my bigger problems, which is the thing I go in and out of, which is abundance. It's and I've been creatively solving that problem over the last year or so, and now I see the true power of what I have been doing. Oh my gosh. And I've been talking about this power and I've seen it, but now it's just like it's even more and more and more in my face. Why? Because I have been doing what I've been talking about a lot. So I spend a lot of time imagining what I want and going into it. And then that changes a lot because it depends on what I believe has to happen. In other words, what are my belief systems in here? My belief systems have been, well, you need to take this particular action to get this result. And if that's my belief system, then that's what I have to do. That's just the way it is. But if I let go of that belief system and just say, well, if I imagine it, that's what I have to do, and then it will show up. Now, I like that better. Now, the first thing I've noticed really is that the imagination is actually a lot more thrilling and easier to manipulate and much faster to change into, oh, well, that was good. Well, what about that? And what about this? So maybe it was, I like to buy and sell houses and multifamily and that kind of stuff. And I have to do that in order to create a cash flow, money. So then that evolves into, well, what about if I just, now look over here, I did this and I thought that. I didn't have to do anything. It just showed up. Can't you take that and put it over here into this scenario with money instead of things? Because money is just a thing. It's just an imaginary thing, just like everything else. Nothing out there is real. It's just a reflection of what's in here, right? We've been over that many, many times, but let's start connecting the dots and seeing where our belief systems might rule over what we really know is the truth. So I know many people are concerned about the doing, but don't you have to do this in order to get that? If that's your belief system, then absolutely yes. And I would say you're totally free to believe anything you wish. And I would also say it's your reality. You're creating it. So if that's a part of the structure and foundation of your reality, then by all means believe that. But if you would like to change the structure and the foundation of your reality, then you need to change your belief systems to match up with a new structure and foundation. Correct? Yes, correct. So now I've been altering my structure and foundation of my reality to include money will just show up. And that's what's been happening. Now, here's the thing. Right now, there are things that I would do physically out there that follow that new structure and belief. So if you're worried about not doing anything, don't worry about that, because trust me, you will be busy. You'll be doing stuff, but it will not be in the order that you think it is now. It'll be in the new order of your new structure and foundation of your reality. So right now you may think, oh, I need to get out there and work my ass off and create these things to create the money. And I'm saying, okay, yeah, do that. Now, if you want to change your belief about that, then do that. And you will, if you're persistent, if you don't slip back into, oh, crap, this isn't working kind of thing, then you will see the results of imagining differently, and then continue to do that, and then follow that up with the action required. Neville Goddard said, what will happen is you will be presented with a series of steps that you will go through to reach that goal of what your imagination is or was or has been, or what you're continuing to develop. And what I love about this is I will just lie in bed for a while, and sometimes a half an hour, sometimes an hour, just in my imagination after I wake up and before going to sleep at night too, creating this new reality. And it's thrilling. It's really a lot of fun. And it evolves and it bounces in and out of old belief systems and in and out of new belief systems and in and out of the foundational structure of the old and the new. And but it's fun. It's all fun right now. It's just fun because, I've got money coming in. I had money coming in last week. I've got money coming in this week. I know where some of it is coming from. I don't have a clue as to where most of it's coming from. So I've written out what my income is going to be for this month. I know where a little bit of it's coming from because it's kind of already started to show up. The rest of it's going to be a surprise. And that is the thrilling part. Oh, I'm excited about not knowing where it's coming from. Oh, now that's a critical point. I'm excited about not knowing because most of the time we need to know. Our conscious mind rather, needs to know, where's this coming from? What's the rational mind saying? You don't want to use that. You want to use your magical mind. So this is very powerful information I'm giving you. Extremely powerful. It doesn't seem like it. You won't know until you know. You can hear my words, but they will not teach you anything. You will not learn by what I'm saying unless you go do it, unless you are a doer of these words. So hopefully I'm not throwing my pearls of wisdom out there, and I'll let you finish the sentence to to people who aren't paying attention. That's okay. It's okay. It's not my job. I did my job. I've given you what you need to know. Now it's up to you to try this stuff. Oh my God, if you do it, you'll be so glad you did, and you'll thank me later.